So now we begin our guided tour with the first video segment about OLSB events and how to identify and find them. We'll actually identify OLSB events using the AVA web search engine. Basically, the idea is that when an event comes up, what is it that describes that event that makes you know that it's an online start box event? Currently, there's no direct way to search for online start box events. But you can also go to the online start box host website, which is at the California Volksport Association's website, cva4u.org, and there you can actually see a list of only the events that are supported by the online start box. So far this year, there are 50 of those events. So again, this is a tour demo of actually how to do this, and so we're going to start by opening up a browser. This browser actually is Microsoft Edge, and I have my home page sent to a website that I hope you're all familiar with, which is the ava.org website. And what I'm going to do is search for events. And I just happen to know that there's an online start box event in New York. It's a YRE. And we'll search for some events here. And again, there's no way to find online start box events at this time using the AVA search site, but there is a way that if you have an event to recognize that that's an online start box event. And I've got traditional events and I need seasonal event or YRE seasonal events. Try again. Happens to us all. And does it finally came through here? Yeah, here we go. So I happen to know that this particular event, the Berryville event, is in fact an online start box event. And let's take a look here. I'm going to increase the zoom here a little bit so we can actually see here a little bit better. And this is the Roebling Aqueduct event in Berryville, New York. And the description is what you would usually see. But the first clue that this is an online start box event is this in the location. We get the capital letters web registration only and indicator of the website. And it tells you maybe kind of generally where the starting location is. But when you see web registration only, you know that there is no physical start box at that location. And also, you'll see at the front of the driving directions to the starting point a registration and admonition to use the online start box provided by the CVA, and you know, basically some introductory instructions on how to start using this to register for the event, but that'll be covered by the latter portion of our demonstration. So the other part of this video segment is to show you how to see events on the online start box. So you don't really have to have an account. I'm going to drop my browser out of the view. Actually, I'm going to use the browser, sorry. And I'm just going to type in the recommended URL, which is cva4u.org, and hit return. And first I'm going to drop the down a couple notches, and at the top you'll see this is indeed the California Volksport Association website that is used not only for the online start box but other support for activities by that Volksport Association in the state of California. But to get to the online start box, notice on the left we have in this left menu a online start box button, and if you click on that, that'll bring up internal to the website a set of tabs, and this is the, if you wish, the environs, the frame dedicated to the online start box. And it starts off with a nice introduction about the online start box, which you're welcome to read, and a note about the future plans and its association with the AVA. So what we're going to look at is by clicking on select events, we can start to see events. Now, there are two scroll bars here, the inner and outer scroll bar, and this outer scroll bar will go away if I make the resolution such that it will. Let's see, right there. And the reason I put it here is because my actual video presentation frame is not as big as the display on my PC, but you can see that you can see everything with one scroll bar. Of course, you can't see it very well if I don't have it expanded, so I'm going to expand it. And when I do that, the web browser introduces another scroll bar, and we'll have to deal with that as we scroll through. So again, we've clicked on the Select Event tab. Among all these tabs, we came from the Introduction, which is where we went to when we clicked on the Online Start box. Now we're in the Select Event tab, and it's telling you that you should log in or create a new account to continue. But at this stage, we're just going to take a look at how the events are presented on this page, and they're organized by state. And if we just scroll on this scroll bar, we can see all those. And to actually see the entire listing, we need to use the outer scroll bar to make up for the fact that I've expanded my browser. And you can see that I have events in Florida, Maryland, and indeed here's this Berryville event that shows it's ready to be used. And down here is an event that's an event supported by Oregon, but it doesn't really start until July 1st.